having no trouble there.
Alright, one. We got salt, baking soda. Alright, soda, brown sugar, and granulated. Alright, so let's get Alright, come on, Gabe. Paddle. Alright, so, here's my 2 cents to you. Alright, when we attack this, I'll let Gabe do it. We're gonna do, for me, we're gonna do real world, okay? We're gonna do the real world method. I brought a bowl over, specifically for one reason, and that is to mix up the dry ingredients, and that's it, okay? So, here we go. Butter into the bowl. That bowl. Butter goes in. Alright, make sure all your butter's in. Let's put it on the machine. Not yet. Over there.
Yeah.
Alright, crank it up and make sure it's on speed 1. Alright, go ahead and hit on. Alright, so butter just came out. Now, here's the great thing about this recipe, if I remember right, and once again, I see a lot of familiarity with it. This is a scoop and bake. This is a make, scoop and bake right away. A lot of times with cookie dough, we told you what, put them in the cooler and let them relax, okay? You can do this right away, alright? Alright, so, next one, let's add in brown sugar and granulated sugar.
So sugar's not a dry ingredient?
What's that?
Sugar's not a dry ingredient?
Sugar is a dry ingredient. A lot of times, though, when we talk about creaming method, we know that the fats have to go in together, or the sugar
Sugar's in fat.
has to go in with fat.
Oh.
Okay.
Smile, Kelly.
Yeah. All right. So, while that's creaming in the bowl, Gabe is going to put her flour in there. All right. She's going to put her salt in there. She's going to put her baking powder in there. Oh, baking soda, sorry. Stir it up. Distribute it. Okay? The biggest thing you have to make sure of is you got to distribute the baking soda. You have to distribute the baking soda. Now, if you don't, once again, you run the risk of 2 things happening. Alright? Your baking soda can sit in a pocket inside the flour in one part of the bowl and not get dispersed, right? Which means that you will have some cookies that will look like Stone Mountain. You will have some cookies that will turn into a cookie cake. Alright? Alright, so, just... No, it's baking soda. Baking soda, right. What's the difference? How much soda? One blows up, one goes flat. Right, they'll build a balloon and they'll look like a dome or they'll look like a mountain. If you got too much soda in your recipe, you will release all CO2 and everything will be together. Alright, crack your eggs. Yep, crack them in the cup.
Turn it back on.
The thing about it, the thing about it also is that if your soda and your powder aren't right, the texture won't be right. Alright.
Whoa, what's wrong with Ohio?
I'm gonna say I'm very proud. Alright, now hold on. Alright, so stop. Now, make sure you see what you got in the bowl. Alright, your fats and your sugars are nice and cream.
Oh, you my earbag look?
Yep. Alright. So, your fat and your sugars come together. Alright? Which is what you want. Alright? So now, what I'm going to do also, you still got a chunk of butter in there. So here's what I want to do.
When you get like spaghetti sauce. It look like spaghetti sauce.
Bacon salad, yeah. You really think I'm going to make like that?
I know.
Alright. So I put it on speed 2 just to bring everything, get some of the chunks out of butter. Back on speed 1. Now we add the eggs in one at a time. One at a time. Alright, make sure your egg is incorporated.
Not yet.
Alright, do not dump eggs in all in one shot. Alright, you run the risk of actually breaking the actual formula of the recipe. Alright, so the eggs are incorporated one at a time.
Almost.
Yes, alright, drop in another egg. Now, have me ask you this question. I think the recipe calls for, what, 3 ounces of eggs? Whole egg. Alright, well, generally your eggs run anywhere from 1.75 to 2 ounces. I just did 2 eggs, okay? 3 ounces. It depends on the egg. Alright? Alright, so once again, everybody look to see what you have.
Because they have marbles.
Alright? Alright? Looks like a broken mess?
Yes.
That's what you want. Alright, so, save yourself some time. Dump it all in. It's a one-shot deal. Alright, put it back on. Once the cookie dough comes together, stop. It's over. Some people they got stuff on there and they let it go and then let it spin, and all you're doing is making tough cookies. Tough cookies. All right, let's see. All right.
That's together.
Yep. So, there you go. All right. So, you've got chocolate chips. All right. So let's have that discussion. Because I used to have it all the time. All right. Here's the thing. Here's my 2 cents on it. All right. Here's what I was going to say. You brought it to the table. We all know that, okay, you are not going to drop dead eating raw food. Okay? I know, exactly. And see, that's my point. I know, growing up, I'd be the first one to lick the bowl of the cake batter. Okay? And the thing about it is now, once again, here in the States, not kind of saying I'm an American too, but you find out all these things about, viruses and germs and bacteria and all that, and you start associating it with your career, because this is my life. It's not just my career, this is my life. Since I've started this, ladies, I taste everything before it goes in the oven. Once it gets in that oven, I can't change it. I can't fix it. I got to ride it out. If it's wrong, I got to bite the bullet. Okay? No matter what it is I make, I taste everything. I taste creme brulee base. I taste ice cream base, cookie doughs, brownie mixes, whatever, before I put it in the pan and it goes in the oven. I can fix it beforehand. Okay? You are not going. If that were the case, I'd have been dead ages ago. Okay? Ages ago. So that's the thing. I know we've taught certain things in sanitation and nutrition about raw eggs, this, that, and the other. You know, here's the other thing, and this is real life talk, okay? If you're not, who's in the industry now? Nobody.
I am.
You're in this, where do you work?
I have my own business.
Okay, where do you work?
I work with Boulder America.
Boulder, Maryland. All right, just my 2 cents, real talk. Listen, have you seen some things in the kitchen that would scare people if they were ever go in there who are not in this industry?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I have. Okay? I got no problem with
Yeah.
that. If you get outside these 4 walls, now I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be condescending, okay? But you're going to see things that violate any and every health code regulation known to man. Okay? And the thing is, it goes on everywhere. It's not, I've worked at the #1 country club in the United States of America. Chef DeFonso and I worked at the Ritz-Carlton. Please know, leaving my butter and cream cheese out violates any and every health code regulation. But you are not going to die. I have yet to have someone come back to me and say, I ate your cream cheese and I was punched over in the back. No. Okay? This is this is our industry. This is what we do. Okay? And I know, you know, the thing is, not to be funny, when I was in culinary school in France, I didn't have a sanitation class or a nutrition class. I was taught how to cook, how to bake, how to make bread, how to make mousse, the whole shebang. And that's all there was to it. Okay? You know, and that's the thing about this industry. You all are going to see some things. You might not be crazy about it, but that is our industry. All right? I'm not trying to be funny, but when I go in the bake shop and I start to bake today, generally I bring out 5, 6 flats of eggs and they stay out until I leave tonight. I ain't got time to be running back and forth, getting flat, getting flat, getting flat. I get all my stuff, put it on my table. I'm in the bake shop. Bake shop's check at 68. That's good enough. That's it.
The wrestlers are putting up great raw eggs. They don't die.
What's up?
The wrestlers and the athletic.
Yeah, people bring raw eggs. All
Orange juice, man.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, I like for you to know now, because you get outside and you start to see these things, and I'm not trying to be funny, but you're fresh out of school and you want to do the right, quote unquote, the right, well, you know, chef, we shouldn't be leaving these eggs out and this, that. Hey, man.
Get out.
Leave it alone. All right? That's all I'm trying to make sure you understand. That's all. All right? You are going to see things that probably will violate, you know, some things. But without a doubt, unless that place that you sign up for has been written up for some kind of violation, go with it. Go with it. Okay? So that's all I'm trying to make sure you understand. Okay? The cookie dough. For crying out loud, I got a pint of Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough in the freezer at the
Oh my
house.
God, that's like the best ice.
Okay? And I mean, if Ben & Jerry's is going to put raw cookie dough in a frozen treat, and I'm still here, then obviously you're not going to die. You know, everything is done. Brownie bakes, cookie dough, everything is put in everything now. The one thing I don't want to happen, all right?
I just deleted all my pictures.
Oh, because he's been going, he's been like that for that's
I gotta admit, I was kind of curious. You record every demo, so.
It's 30 minutes interval, so I got to stop it and start it again. So.
All right, so here's what Chef DeFonso has the scoops today. He's doing the entremet class over there.
what's that?
Entremet.
Layered cake.
Okay, got it.
Layered cake.
So why not you say layer cake?
You need a
Because I'm trying to make sure you know classic terminology.
So that's why I'm make an entremet cake this weekend.
Entremet are cakes that have several layers. All right.
Call my grandma.
More than one or two.
Generally, it's more than 2, but it also has different textures. So you got a brulee in it, you got a crunch layer. I'm gonna work on an entremet after class today for Friday's black tie.
And what layer?
It's the same, it's the one I did in the competition that we just did in Florida. So it's chocolate cake, it's got a blood orange brulee,
I would love that.
crunch, some crunch.
Can I have a recipe?
Now, are these 2-ounce balls or 2.5?
These are two.
Okay.
These 2 ounce balls.
He's rolling around the
They're
show.
heavy too.
Yeah.
Good.
No.
Now, here's what I don't want to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, when you all make it, okay, because I had this happen in a class when I was across town. Don't sit up and eat your cookie dough fresh out the bowl and then bake 2 cookies. How about that?
Ain't it 'cause the cookies so oily already, ain't it?
I had a group of students do that. They made, the night we made cookies, these cats sat in the back of the room, and this was when I first started teaching. They ate a whole bowl of cookie dough and made 3 cookies, and were like, Chef Bill, there it is, bam. I was like, where are the rest of the cookies?
Oh, what happened?
They're like,
There.
they tried to.
What had happened was.
Oh, you didn't say we had to bake the whole batch. Right.
Bake before baking.
I said, okay, that's
They
cool.
going through some things, yeah.
I said bake before baking. Stoney went on a cigarette break, and yeah.
And please know that I have busted students for that. Coming back from a cigarette break. I sure have.
You can't hide that
I
smell.
busted 2 students for that. And I told you, man, anytime you want to go down to the principal's office, let's go. Because I told you, a lot of people think this is a cool costume.
Look, it makes me,
I'm serious.
slow blood.
I am never gonna lie to you all. Never. I'm never gonna blow smoke at you. This is a cool costume. There's 1,000 of you right now in this building. And I'm a lowballer and say about 500 or 600 think that this is a cool costume and a cool hobby. I'm serious. This is not, weird. All right? I This isn't for everybody. I can tell you, Bev, I'll do you one better. The girl that I work under at the club, she's a former AI student. I run circles around her every day. She's young, but I like working under her because I get to do my little 40 hours a week. I make ballet recitals now. I make ballet practice. The whole thing.
I hope it's for your daughter, right?
But, yeah, but at the same token, her heart isn't in it. She doesn't like it. And she asked,
Why is he doing it?
because
Money?
It's money.
Money.
Exactly. Money. That's real talk.
It only takes you so far.
She asks me all the time. I'm 43. She's 28. How do you do this? How have you been doing this 20 years? I love it. It's my life. She doesn't like it. She doesn't love it. And she's just there because of the money. And the thing is, I protect her. I protect her. I make sure everything she does is pristine. Because if she goes, I have no choice but to sit right. My life is good. Right. No more recitals. I'm a Christmas. I already work those days, but I get out early. I'm the first one out. Bill, I need you to be here at 5. I can be here at 4:30. Because when it's time to go, I'm out. She's saying it's great, and I make sure of it. And I get questions about who made the, was that a mistake? Oh, that was my fault. I did that. I'm telling you, I take bullet after bullet for her. But I make sure she looks good, because as long as she's there, at 40 hours at the end of the day, I'm like, I got the ball. Juices. You want to work this thing on the, no, I don't know. Eat it. All right.
No, I'm not cookie dough either. Everybody, people you guys.
All right?
It ain't gonna kill me.
You get it.
Got it?
Yeah. Now, here's the other thing, and I like it when people ask that question. Missy Knapp asked about, I told you, you can make all this stuff at home, ladies and gentlemen. All this stuff can be made at home, whether you have a KitchenAid mixer or not. It can all be made at the house, okay? A lot of times we think because we don't have one of these wonderful Globe mixers or KitchenAids at the house that we can't do this stuff. You can still do it by hand. Will it take you a little bit longer? Absolutely, okay? But please don't think that you can't do it, all right? So that's the big thing.